So some days or even months at a time, you might feel like you are crushing it. And you are, by the way. But sometimes there are days or even long stretches of time when you're like, am I doing this right? And that question usually stems from overthinking, second guessing, and quite frequently not seeing consistent results from your efforts. And then you start to think like, oh my gosh, am I the problem? And as you start to spiral into this sea of self-doubt, you start to see these, $27, $47 workshops that pop up everywhere in your Instagram feed and Facebook. It seems like they're speaking right to you, right? Because they had a really good copywriter. And it feels like that is the solution. But the reality is that it's probably a distraction from what really needs to happen, which is picking one thing and being consistent with it to see if it works. And I'll be honest, not a super popular opinion, but it's a valid one. This is a reason why a lot of businesses and entrepreneurs and solopreneurs don't grow, including myself at moments in time. Believe me, I've been there. I'm not over here going, no, I'm included in this, okay? This is because you and I don't stay consistent with a strategy. And quite often it can also be the strategy that you pick doesn't feel right. And so you don't stick with it. And so then the cycle continues. And that brings me to our first official A word of the Copy Confidence A to Z course that I think a lot of business owners skip right over sometimes. And business coaches aren't asking their clients about before they start working with them. And that's alignment. Because when it comes to your marketing strategy, your branding strategy, your messaging strategy, all the ways you show up and promote yourself, you have to ask yourself, is this aligned with how I want to show up? And does this feel like me or something I think I'm supposed to do? And this matters so much right now because of another A word. And that's, you guessed it, AI. We have this shift in the market where anyone can create content and then they can also consume content really quickly and try to spit it back out and try to act like an expert in the XYZ field or topic, and when they're not. And so that means you, as the actual expert, have to bring in your bigger perspective. Because even before AI, people could feel, and they still can feel, what's real and what's not. What's authentic and what's simply fake. And if you are misaligned at all, whether it's in what you are building, if it's in your messaging, if it's in the way you market yourself, it's going to show. So to go back to the original question, am I doing this right? You can say, yes, I am doing this right. If you're aligned with your vision, you can't shut up about your business, and you feel lit up in general when you push the struggle aside of like not getting clients. Because passion and alignment and having purpose, feeling like you need to put this out into the world, that is greater than any kind of strategy that you can decide on. Just don't lie to yourself, okay? You're gonna waste a lot of time if you keep lying to yourself. But if you're not lying to yourself and you feel like this is right, then keep watching because I've got the next step for you. So as a personal brand, that's what you are. If you are the face of your business, and I don't even care if you're like, you own a product and like, oh, I'm not the face of my product, but like you are the contact person. Maybe you're the one that sends the emails. You have to know then that you are the differentiator. And you have to be, especially right now with AI and all the content out there. And I don't want to say the word slop. Everyone says AI slop. But it's true, the AI slop, okay? The AI, the mush. The mush doesn't do anything for you. It doesn't make you feel, all right? You feel things. So you have to show that in your content, in your copy, in your messaging, your marketing, etc. And like this goes beyond whatever words you write, offers you create, and even frameworks that you deliver. What's going to stand out is the stuff AI can't clone yet. And that's you. That's your personality, that's your perspective, that's your approach, that's your opinions, and how you position yourself in the market. So, okay, maybe now you're looking at me and you're like, well, Rach, I am passionate. I feel like I have purpose. Truly, I'm not lying to myself, okay? But nothing's working. Then great. That is great news because now we can look at the strategy and your entire ecosystem of offers and client avatars and funnels and et cetera, and look at those strengths, those weaknesses, the leaky parts of the funnel, what's worked in the past, what hasn't, again, what lights you up, what makes sense for you and your lifestyle and your business goals. And then we just have to stop repeating what's not working. I know it sounds simple and also not simple all at the same time, but that's where we enter the third A of this little video here, the audit. I know it's such a fun word, so fun, but it's necessary, especially if you cannot figure out why you're not getting clients, why you're not making money. And you can absolutely try to do this on your own. You can try, but it's difficult to do because, your business is your baby. Nothing is wrong with your baby. Nothing's wrong with your baby's perfect. I know, I get it. My baby's perfect. Nothing wrong with my business. Nothing. It's perfect. The chances are, okay, there is something wrong. There's something wrong with your baby. I know. No one wants to tell you, but there is. And again, it's not you, okay? I want you to separate you from the business. There's so much stuff we have to think about with the business. And if you're doing it all on your own, trying to figure it out all on your own, it's not gonna happen. You can't see the label when you're inside the jar. One of my favorite phrases that I love to tell people, because you can't fix what you're not even looking at or what you don't know is broken. Have that outside perspective is so valuable. So if you want help with this, I offer a branding sound check. Kind of like a band sound check, but a brand, you get it, okay? So this is where we're gonna sit down together and I get to know you and your business so well that it will make you borderline uncomfortable, but not like in a weird way, okay? We're gonna get together and we're gonna have a good time. We're gonna take a look at your website, your emails, your social media, if you're into that kind of thing, your offers, your client avatar, the language you're using, your freebies, your email sequences, all of it, okay? We're gonna look at all of it. And then once we look through it and I understand your personality and what moves you and what lights you up, and we look at the things that aren't working and what is, and we look at this from a holistic approach, then I'm gonna give you a personalized map of action steps that make sense for you, not her or him or them, or like you. Those steps that fit inside of your life and your business and the way you function, because you ain't no cookie coming from a cookie cutter. No, you are a cookie like the one shaped by my 3-year-old nephew when we're making cutouts at Christmas. Unique, edgy, one of a kind. If you're interested in grabbing a brand sound check, you can grab a session using the link below. You can send me a DM, you can send me a message, you can comment in whatever space you are watching this video, and I would be more than happy to help you to get that clarity, take some action, make those moves, get those clients, make that money, and do the thing you are meant to do. If you're watching this the week it's been published, then be sure to tune in for next week's B of the A to Z Copy Confidence course, which is belief in our belief systems and how we have to rearrange our beliefs in order to move forward and grow. And if you're watching this after that, then make sure you go on to the next video and check that out if it sounds interesting to you. That's all I got for now. Bye.